Ho ho ho, Merry Christmas, and thanks for checking out SpinFuel's Daily Vape TV. My name is Nick, and today is Fresh Build Friday. We're going to be doing a new coil for you today, as we do every Friday. Something a little bit different today. It's a 22 gauge dual parallel spaced build. It's definitely one for all you cloud chasers out there. Usually this build reads right around 0.16. So make sure you're using a safe battery, 30 amps or higher. I prefer Sony's personally. But if you have the materials, grab your addy, grab your wick, your wire, everything, and we'll go down to the close-ups and build this thing up. Alright guys, so as you can see we have our normal standard tools, some pliers, some clippers, some Vapor's Choice cotton that I got from Willful Builds, thanks Chad, a coil jig, some tweezers, screwdriver, of course you have to have your wire. Today I'll be using 22 gauge anarchist wire, and your mod. So I'll be building on this Rig V1 and Roughneck V1 today, but feel free to build along with whatever you got. This build is really good in the bigger drippers, so something like a Roughneck or a Kennedy 24 or something like that. This one is really going to do well in. So let's go ahead and get started. Clip our wire. We're going to use 4 strands about 6 inches long of this 22 gauge. Alright, so as you can see here we have our 2 strands of 22 gauge, which I'm just going to hold in parallel. And I'm wrapping around the 3mm bit, but I'm not going to use it like a normal coil jig. I'm actually just going to use it for the actual bit size. So first of all, we're just going to have one quick wrap, and we want to leave a little bit of room in between each wrap. So hold it nice and tight and just leave a little bit of room. That way you get that nice spaced coil to it. So we're going to do 4 wraps today. And they might not look like much right now, but we're going to straighten them out and make them nice and even when we get them actually on our mod. But I'll show you a close-up of what we're looking at so far. So there you go. There's a 4 wrap spaced 22 gauge anarchist wire. We're going to go ahead and do another coil real quick and then we'll install them. Alright guys, so here we have our rig mod and our Roughneck in front of us. And now we're just going to install them just like any other coil. First I'll have the negative leads going in the outer post. And the positive leads. This is going to be a pretty tight fit, so you're going to have to finagle it a little bit to make those coils work for you. But you should be able to get it without issue. And like I normally do, I bend the negative wire out to the side like this. And then I bend up the positive leads to keep that coil in place while I install the other coil. Alright guys, so I know it looks like a wiry mess right now, but let's just go ahead and make sure the coils are in the right position, which they look to be pretty good right now. And I'm just going to go ahead and tighten everything down. Alright, so everything's looking pretty good. Let's just go ahead and trim off the excess wires now. And usually what I do for the center post is I just grab each wire and wiggle it off. Alright, so we're looking pretty good. Let's just go ahead and put the bit back through and see where we're at with the coils. So one thing I like to do to fine tune the spacing in the coils, because it's supposed to be, you know, 2 wires, then a space, then 2 wires. I like to just kind of space them out manually using my screwdriver and just leave the bit back through it and space those wires out again. And that's pretty much what it looks like. Alright, so after a little bit of fine tuning, that's where we're at with the coils right now. So let's go ahead and fire them up real quick and see how they're lighting up. So right there, we're looking pretty good. They're heating up from the inside out, which is exactly what we want. Everything is pretty evenly spaced, so we're looking pretty good. Let's just, I'll back off the camera and we'll go ahead and wick this thing. Alright, so I've got my Vapor's Choice cotton here. Hopefully this goes well. I find that it's a little bit difficult to work with this stuff, but I don't know, what do you guys think? Has anyone else out there used Vapor's Choice cotton? Is that your preferred cotton, or do you like cotton bacon, or just regular Japanese cotton, or even cotton balls for that matter? What do you guys like to use out there? Just let me know in the comments below. Alright, so let's give it a little bit of a haircut here. Now I'm just going to tuck the wicks right into the well, trying not to, you know, wreck my nice fluffy cotton here. Just be gentle with it. And today I'll be using some Hingham Hill Gobstomper. Alright, so let's fire this thing up and see what we got for vapor production. Alright, we're looking good. Let's go back to the main screen, have a vape on this thing, and talk about it some more. Alright guys, we're back, and I just wanted to show you a little bit of vapor production off this thing first, and then we'll go and talk about it a little bit more. So real quick, let's just have a drag on this thing. So as you can see, the vapor production is phenomenal with this build. Now, it is a pretty warm build, so if you like a hot vape or a very warm vape, then this one's definitely going to be for you. All you cloud chasers out there, this is definitely a cloud chasing build. The flavor on it, however, is pretty decent. Considering it's an Anarchist AN80 wire, I like the flavor that nichrome gives off, and the heat as well. Considering it's a dual parallel 22 gauge, I mean, you're talking clouds for days. And as far as the difficulty of this build goes, I'd say it's moderate to high. It's a little bit tricky getting the spacing just right and fitting it all into the center post. So you got to have a really wide bored out center post. I usually recommend this on, you know, either a quad post or a triple post atomizer with a really big center post. 2mm or 3mm usually works pretty well. But yeah, overall it's not too difficult. If you already have parallels down and you want to try something a little bit different, definitely give this build a shot. So leave a comment in the box below of what you thought of about this build. Hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays and a Happy New Year as well. So that's it for this video, guys. Thank you for joining me. Make sure you tune in for next week's Fresh Build Friday. We'll have a brand new coil for you, as always. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that like button if you like this video and subscribe for more of my content. If you want to check out more of my videos, go to spinfuel.com. All my videos up there, as well as Smoke and Joy and Spinfuel official videos. And as always, vape on!